Thanks very much, Catherine. I also want to pay tribute to the chair of the committee, Senator Micheál Carrigy. I imagine it is the amount of issues that the committee must be trying to deal with, given the delays in assessment and access and therapies and everything. So it's great to see such a report, such a comprehensive report. And it's always great when there's, kind of cross-party cooperation and engagement on a committee. The three key areas I want to focus on are the expansion of the programme to as many students as possible. I think that's one of the key things. Anyone that does access summer provision, whether it's in a home setting, and I have to say my experience mainly with people is from a school setting, they find that it's excellent. I suppose the key thing is sometimes accessing the programme, and then if you qualify, can you find a space? And I know, and it's been said by others, that the home tuition or the home support is given as sort of, if you can't get into a school space. But I think ideally for children and for parents alike, the school setting really is the best environment, because you're continuing with that routine and you're not going to see the regression. And I think it's just different for a lot of kids when you're at home in your own home environment. It's just, school, I suppose, prevents a whole different environment, and it's good if we can continue that. So I missed the start of your speech, apologies, Minister, but I just wanted to know, are any of these recommendations going to be able to be in place for this summer? We're just into February now, and we all know time flies, and before we know it, we will be into the summer of 2023. And I apologise if I missed that commitment already, but I hope that's what we'll see. The second point I want to make is in relation to, and Deputy Tully touched on this, in relation to expanding out staff. I think we need to start getting a bit more creative in terms of, the amount of staff that you could possibly tap into, in terms of maybe it doesn't just have to be the teachers and special needs assistants. That's not to take away from the very good work that they do, but I think we need to start looking at that in terms of staffing, because it clearly is an issue. And then at the time allocated, I suppose, for the programme, the maximum amount of time really should be given, because all the studies and all the research, and even just anecdotally, we know from parents that children do best when they're in that routine and they're in that space. And I know that a number of special schools over the years, particularly I suppose kind of during COVID as well, have had huge issues in terms of not being able to provide the programme. Sometimes staff is given for the reason for that, and then, but I do think we need to kind of call out some schools' refusals for whatever reason to kind of engage in the programme, and they just don't seem to want to get involved with it. And I do think that we're kind of getting to a stage, obviously you don't want a situation where you're forcing a school, and that's never going to be a good situation for anybody, but I do think there needs to be really strict criteria, and there needs to be really strict grounds for why you wouldn't carry out this programme, because it is so beneficial. And again, I think the staffing element, the staffing piece, the recommendations from the committee really need to be taken on board. But I would like to know if it's going to be possible to have this in place, or the key elements of this for this summer, because I think that's really crucial to all of this. Parents already are battling with so many different things. It's not just, this is one small element of it, trying to get a school place, trying to get transport to your school, trying to get occupational therapy, physiotherapy, speech and language therapy. They're all individual battles on the same set of parents over and over again. So I think it's really important that we're able to secure some of these for this summer, and to give that reassurance to parents. Thank you, Catherine.
Well,